Okay guys, so I want to get more into perk builds again. And I had this crazy idea the other day for a trapper build. And it's very crazy, and I don't know if it's very viable. I think it's a very gimmick-like build, but I don't know. We might try it out and see if there's some viability to this build. But anyway, this build is something I want to call sort of like Iron Jaws Trapper or something along those lines. So basically what this build is revolving around is we're going to put in a wax brick, which moderately reduces the chance of escaping a bear trap, along with a honing stone, which inflicts the dying state on trapped victims if they free themselves. This is basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to put them in a trap and we're trying to keep them in the trap. And even if they do escape the trap, it will punish them greatly for escaping the trap. Now, of course, in order to get this build to work, we need to try to prevent other survivors from rescuing the survivors that are currently trapped. So we're bringing in Hex, the third seal. So we inflict the blindness status effect on all the survivors that we hit. The idea behind this is, of course, survivors will see the aura of trapped survivors. So if we prevent them from seeing the auras of those trapped survivors, they won't be able to rescue those said survivors. And we're also going to bring in Hex Undying so we can keep the third seal up for as long as possible. We're also going to bring in Deerstalker because chances are, like the idea is I don't want to break chase. If I'm in a chase and someone gets trapped, I want to leave them in their trap. I want to leave them alone. So chances are, if they can free themselves if I'm in the middle of the chase. So Deerstalker is going to allow me to find the survivors that do happen to be able to free themselves and are now in the dying state. And then we're also throwing in Corrupt Intervention. This is a perk I don't really believe in, but since the Rune update, I'm still trying to find a perk that will replace what I used Rune for on the Trapper. I'm not dissing on Rune. I think the Rune is a great perk, but the thing is, what I was using it for was to slow the game down initially at the start. And unfortunately, with the change that Rune has been given, it doesn't do that much anymore. So I'm hoping that maybe Corrupt Intervention, by locking down 3 generators, will allow me to be able to set up an area to lock down with my traps at the start of the match. But we'll just have to see. I don't really find much success using this perk, so I'm not too confident that we'll get this perk to work, but let's just see how well it fits into our build. So we're probably going to be playing more off the stone that slugs them upon escaping than we would be anything else. Let's see if anyone spawned over here. They could just be waiting for Corrupt Intervention to wear off, or they could be messing around on generators over there. Who knows? Now, I won't lie, I have messed around with this build before I decided to record, because it just seems like such a random build that I wanted to try to get a feel for it to see if it's viable at all. And I did get a lot of mixed results. I do think that it really depends on whether or not we have survived with friends, because it is very easy for other survivors to alert their friends where they are, regardless of if their friends are blind or not. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, and that was my Undying Totem too. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna go after this bill. So, third seal is at risk. Oh boy. Good thing she messed that up. Oh, there was a basement. Alright, where'd she go? I'm not that invested. I just barely hurt her. We need to spread the blindness as much as possible. If we want to get any effect on our traps at all, we need to blind them as much as possible. Alright, she's gonna throw this. That's a pallet out of the way. She's not gonna attempt to blind me. That's interesting. That's a free thingamabob. You're really trying to blind me from a pickup? Okay. I don't think I can reset this trap here. I'm amazed they fell for it at all. That's actually a pretty obvious trap spot. I won't be able to use that spot. Let's go for fresh meat, because I want to spread my blindness effect. That's 3 survivors. I need to find the one that has, I need to find the one that has the flashlight. Figures. Is she gonna play this? Yes, she is. Oh, that's interesting. That was an interesting play there. Oh, she has Dead Hard. That's very interesting. We're gonna keep playing this. Except that I'm gonna go for this girl because she hasn't been blinded yet. Alright, all of them are blind. So if any of them fall for any of my traps, they'll be screwed, but I don't have any way of inflicting map pressure right now. So, and my totem spot's not an ideal spot. I was hoping that they wouldn't find Undying first, and I'd get a better spot, but that was not the case. Hello there. Gonna grab this trap real quick. Now, as I understand it, the blindness effect does not apply to hooks, so they're able to see her just fine right now. Dang, I was hoping they wouldn't get that gen. Let's go get this trap. It's right by a finished generator. It's not going to do anything for me. Looks like they're trying to go for heals. That's fine. If they're going to waste time healing instead of doing generators, that's perfectly fine by me, because I have no way of really enforcing generators. That's the one problem with this build. I can't really slow generator progression. I really want them to finish that generator right by the totem so they won't have any excuse to go to the totem. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, we'll go ahead and throw this trap back here. At the very least, they'll waste time disarming it. I don't think I've hooked her at all. I've hit her, but I haven't hooked her. Alright. Yes. I don't know who I want to go after now. I guess I'll go after her because she's heading towards where my traps are. See, I don't really have an excuse to not pick her up. I kind of have to pick her up if I'm chasing her. I want them to fall for a trap across the map. Oh, I was so hopeful for a second. unfortunately, that was nothing. I guess I have to kick this. Oh, hello there. You're really gonna wait at the pallet? Okay. That was really weird. I could have gone a swing at him, but I thought he was gonna throw the pallet because he waited at it. Okay, he didn't wait at the wood stacks. He's got nothing to really use. Oh, well, there's his pallet. I'm gonna push him this way. She's really bad at this camouflage thing. Alright. Getting more pallets done. Okay. I am perfectly fine with chasing more people. That means more people not on jets. Nice dead hard. Except that it didn't do anything for you. Well, of course I'm going to go over here. If you guys are going to mess up a healing skill check, I'm going to go investigate. Sorry, Bill. Some of them are instant healing, which is really interesting. Like I said, I want that gen far over there to be done first because it's right next to my totem. My build hasn't actually come into play yet, but oh, and it won't ever come into play. And she went right around my trap. That's sad. I suppose we can just punish. That was an interesting strat. And I don't know what you're planning to do. That was a waste. Oh, come on. Really? Alright, oh, I'm gonna go kill this person. Well, we got 2 kills. If we're lucky, we can get a 3rd one, but I doubt it. I didn't exactly prep for the end game here. And they're probably both there, waiting at the ready door. No, it is not ready. I'll set this trap, but I saw her, so. There you are. Piece of crap. Let's go pressure the Kate out. She's gonna dead hard for distance. Or not. Don't care. We got 3 kills. It would have really sucked if the hatch spawned over here. And that's game. On to the next match. Now, if you guys don't know how I generally try to structure any of my Dead by Daylight recordings, I try to structure them in a manner that I record 3 matches, and I take the best of 2 of the 3 matches and throw them into the video. And I can tell you right now, the second match didn't go too well. But one thing I have learned is apparently, while this did not happen when I initially tested my, oh, lovely. One of my perks, apparently, and I need to go take care of this guy. Where'd he go? Apparently, my totem counts as. He's over there. He's gonna watch me set my traps. He's gonna be a pain in my butt all game. I just know it. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Apparently, Undying does not respawn all my tokens. I know it doesn't do that, but when I initially tested this build out with it before recording, I was able to respawn with my tokens whenever I lost Undying. Unfortunately, it would appear, okay, I guess it's not object session, I guess it was just too close to my totem. Apparently, there must have been a patch update or something, because that's no longer the case. Alright, I might as well go chase this Dwight. Okay, so this Dwight, he's a real scumbag. He was a Fang Min when the match started, and at the last 6 seconds, when the killer has no way of locking out of the decision, he switched to a Dwight with a key and an offering to spawn the hatch at the killer shack. So I was miles away from that. Excuse me? I was robbed. Anyway, I want to kill the Dwight. Alright, we got 3 tokens on people. As long as they don't start going for my totems, we should be fine. But anyway, Undying apparently, while I was testing it, it did preserve my tokens, but now that I'm actually recording, it's not preserving my tokens. So, rip all my tokens. If they ever destroy my totem. We're gonna just go ahead and vault this. They're gonna break that. I don't think it's useful anymore because the gen in there is been taken care of anyway. And so is that gen. I need a 3 gen set up somewhere. And I don't have one. I can enforce this gen. I can enforce that gen. This is not an ideal setup at all. So sparking. Oh, I do not know if they've been working on this gen or not. That'll be a not. This is a Hail Mary trap. They're all together somewhere. We'll go ahead and preemptively trap this door. I'm not liking my chances. I'm gonna grab this trap. It's not a useless pallet. There's nothing over here. They're not gonna come over here unless they're trying to lead me away. But I'm not gonna pursue them that far. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Alright, so ideally, no one can see her, but she just got trapped right next to someone. So it didn't even matter in the end. We're gonna focus this Dwight down because I really don't like him. I don't even know where he went. So much for tunneling. I might as well just grab this trap. It's not going to catch anyone now. They know where it is. It's only going to fool them once. You piece of crap. You piece of crap. You know what? You know what? We're not going to do anything to them. We're going to leave them slugged. They can't see. They have no idea where their friends are. And only one of their friends know where they are. Well, what do you know? We got them all slugged. And because we're running Deerstalker, we can find them all. Alright, we're going to find the Dwight next, because he knows where the stupid hatch is. I want to make sure he gets on the hook. Claudette's going to try to jump. I don't really care about Claudette. I'm ensuring this guy's dying. And they all have not successfully jumped off the hook. Holy crap. Holy crap, we actually pulled off a 4K. I'll let her try to jump. I really only want the Dwight dead. If she jumps, as long as she doesn't try to rescue Dwight, I'm fine with that, but apparently no. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can try to get to the hatch. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think they're all gonna die quicker. Nope. Well, we got a 4K. I'll take it. Alright, well, I kind of want to end this video on some closing thoughts. So, about my build. And I don't know why Trapper seems to be cursed, where his add-ons will automatically get take it off whenever I'm freaking done with a match. But anyway, about this freaking build. I think it's definitely a gimmick build. Like, it's not a build you'd want to use to play seriously, and I don't know if it even has any value as of this moment. I think partly because Undying didn't work as it did when I first initially tested this build before recording. I don't remember. I think they probably rolled out a patch in between when I tested this and now, but I don't remember anything in that patch involving Undying or any fixes regarding Undying. But I guess they fixed something, because the third steal, which applies blindness to the last 4 survivors hit, loses all those tokens when it is cleansed. So, as I've come to learn during this recording. So, unfortunately, I think Undying is probably not the best perk to run on this build. If I was going to run something to protect the third seal, I probably would just run Thrill the Hunt or something like that. Another thing I would like to point out, though, is that I threw on Deerstalker mostly because I knew I was going to put survivors in the dying state if they got caught in my traps and their friends couldn't find them. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this happened once during my testing, and it kind of happened a little bit during the last match. But I have found that apparently this kind of makes this more of a slug build than anything, because if 2 survivors get caught in traps, I'm chasing 1 survivor. Those 2 survivors, unless they are lucky their one other friend finds them, they are essentially slugged. Even if they're just still struggling to get out of the trap, they're essentially slugged. And then if I slug the survivor I'm currently chasing, I have no incentive to pick any of them up, because I can easily find all of them later if I can find the last survivor that's still standing. So, like in the case of the last match, I slugged 2 survivors next to each other because they both got caught in my trap. And it was just go to where the generator got finished, and the other survivor got caught in my trap, which slowed them both down because Claudette decided to help her. So, in the end of the day, I won because I slugged all 4 survivors in the last 2 minutes of the game when they were applying very good pressure against me. So, I don't generally like running slug builds, and this is kind of what this turned into be. So, I think if I was going to do this again, I might change certain aspects of this build. I don't know. What do you guys think? What would you throw on to improve this build, or make changes to make this build work better, or maybe less sluggish? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, guys, it is past 2 a.m. for me. I gotta bugger off and get some sleep. I hope you guys are all staying healthy and staying safe, and I'll hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.